See, the people at Chelsea, they are not stupid. And again, it's the same for the elite sports agency group where Conor Gallagher belongs. And if you read in between the lines, you understand, like, what you see what Chelsea. You really get to understand what is going on at Chelsea if you read in between the lines what is going on. Now, in the last few hours, the reports that is emerging from the UK is simple. First one, Alex Crook is reporting that Chelsea have banished Conor Gallagher from the first team training grounds in Cobham. That's not true. Don't take it serious. Don't take it serious and take it from me. That's not true. Now, let me explain to you why that is not true. First of all, if you're new to the channel, this is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Do turn on notification. It is imperative that you do so because you'll be found the first few people to get the notification, and then you can enjoy the content first and every time that is dropped. Usually in a day, we drop 3 content, one at 10 a.m. in the morning, or between 10 a.m. and 12. The first content gets in 4 p.m. the next content gets in, and by 6 p.m. local Ghana time the next content also gets in. So subscribe, turn on notification, and make sure that you enjoy the content. Now let me tell you why that's not true. Conor Gallagher has a year, let's take it like a couple of months, almost a year on his contract, about 11 months on his contract. He is a very, very young player. Last season, his stocks really did rise. In fact, there were times in Chelsea's season, last season, where the £106 million player called Enzo Fernandez could not deliver what Conor Gallagher was delivering to Chelsea. If you've forgotten, I want to remind you, in those months, a lot of Chelsea fans began to ask themselves, Enzo, no, I said, Onyade, he's a flop at Chelsea. Conor even plays better than him. When Conor plays next to Caicedo plays better. Why is it that Conor this? Why is it that Conor that? I'm sure by now you remember. And he was so important that his stocks did go high. To be very honest, before the start of last season, Conor's stocks were not that high. He was not a £50 million player. To the extent that somewhere in January last year, Tottenham Hotspur and other teams were beginning to ask for the signature of Conor Gallagher because they believed that he was the player to take them to the next level. He was an important player. That skill set of a player has that physicality that you need. He has that abundant energy to press and then chase the ball down almost every channel that you want it. And that's the kind of player that Conor Gallagher is. So some teams do want him. And it's the reason it's here. And then Atletico de Madrid are doing everything possible to make sure they get a branch friend Conor Gallagher because he is important to them. Because a player, he elevates them in terms of quality. He elevates them in terms of the press. And that's what they are doing. Now, what is really happening at Chelsea? If what I'm saying is right, that Alex Crook, and then Chelsea have been banned. Now, today, just in the morning, Atletico de Madrid had spoken to Chelsea and they made them know that once he have agreed with you with the fee, we want to go to the next step. And the next step was that they had to contact Conor Gallagher's agency. And I've told you their name is the Elite Agency Group. If you can go to their website and check, on the website, there isn't a single player over there who is more valuable than Conor Gallagher. Until they contacted the Elite Football Group. And when they spoke to them, they made them know of more intention. Some person before Conor Gallagher show me team or important player for them. He's a player that they want to do a deal for. They see Conor Gallagher to be an important player going forward into the future. Omakachi Elite Group for them because okay, they will get back to them in due time. Then they came back and told the Elite Group, of course, Conor Gallagher said they are giving him up to the close of Sunday. They want a response from them, else they move on from the deal. So the deal, by Monday that return, the deal can collapse. The Conor Gallagher going to Atletico de Madrid, by Monday, the deal can collapse. Now, Chelsea, in a bid one, Chelsea are doing 3 things in the Conor Gallagher deal. 3 things that Chelsea are seeking to do. 1, Chelsea are doing what I call, say, they are protecting our investment and our interest. Now, what is their interest? In the context of Chelsea, Conor Gallagher has trained at Chelsea, he has gotten scholarships, he has eaten good food, they've given him a platform, he has become an important player to say. If he doesn't fit how they want to play, They want to make sure they get money. And that's what last season we're talking about. Are they any friend pure profit? Because they know, say, once they will get money from Conor Gallagher, other player, Lukaku, but for Conor Gallagher, Chaloba, NSR players in the academy, it is pure profit. It is profit because you won't do any profit and loss calculation. It is straight money that goes onto the books. It is an important deal for them that they are protecting that interest, they are protecting that investment. Almost to me, the two papers, so if you're able to put it on their books, it elevates them, it insulates them to a very, very large extent. So that's exactly what they are seeking to do. The first thing that they are seeking to do is that. Now, two, the next thing that Chelsea are seeking to do is that they don't want to create a set of animous players or players that build some form of animosity in the team. Now, let me tell you why. You must have heard in the media that Conor Gallagher has been told that he should sign the 2-year +1. It is true. That is part of the reason, the first step of Chelsea protecting their interest. If he doesn't go to Atletico de Madrid and he signs his 2-year +1, in that 2 years, they know that Conor Gallagher's value can come up, can rise, they can manage him, he can play some good football, so much so that they'll sell him for more or the same amount of money even in 2 years. Two, the next part is building the animosity in there. They have told Conor Gallagher that if you want to stay at Chelsea, we want you to sign a contract extension between now and January. If you protect only your interest and you leave our interest over there, we may be forced not to play you. You are going to be a squad player. I'm sure you've heard that as well. And you are just going to be on the bench. You are going to be a squad player essentially, as mean that you won't be part of the team. But then if the manager says he doesn't want you, he doesn't want you. And we'll hope that it gets there. Make sure that you sign a contract extension so that we know that your long-term future is with us. So that if you're on the bench, you will not be sulking and you feel on the way and the manager I say and I feel boys need boom. Then there's a whole issue of a set of players that have built some form of animosity against the manager and the team, and then the team is playing well, but then there's no telepathy, there's no camaraderie in between them, and then there are issues off the pitch. So that's the second thing that Chelsea is seeking to do and protect. No matter what happens with Gallagher, Chelsea don't care. They don't care where the boy ends up. Toria must have come. He turned them down. Aston Villa have come. He turned them down. In January, when Toria must came, the brief was that Conor Gallagher doesn't want to go because he loves Chelsea. He's a boyhood Chelsea fan. He wants to fight for his place at Chelsea. Aston Villa came. Club record fee from the side of Aston Villa. He said he won't go. Again, the Chelsea now were quick into the media. They briefed their media and they said, oh, we even gave him a 2-year +1 deal. He turned it down. So maybe he lost Chelsea Football Club. Atletico de Madrid have come. Chelsea know that we are in July, we are in August actually. Just a few months, 5 months, we get to January. January comes in, he can sign pre-contract with anybody. He is going for free. So if there is any time where the guy can extend his contract, the serious job starts now. And now, the final thing is that while all of these things are going on, Chelsea have contacted Atletico de Madrid and told them that if he wants the player, you really have to convince him yourself, because we are sitting aloof. You come, convince the player to join you, give him reasons to join you, because over here we have made him understand that he is not assured of a starting 11. Last season he was a mainstay. He was Chelsea's second best player almost every game. About 98% of Chelsea's games last season, Conor Gallagher featured in there, and he started over 90% of those games as well. There is a very high possibility of double matches last season, but this season they can't give him that assurance. Jomo catch let's go. They can't hear there. So sign 2 years +1 and there. And he catch only when in Casamon push him, get him to understand, get him to agree, so that he can come to Atletico Madrid. They will get our money. Chelsea are protecting their interest. Chelsea are making sure that they reduce any form of a group of animosity players. That's why they don't want Lukaku. They don't want Kepa Gallagher. They don't want all of those boys to join the main group. Won't pay any extra trouble bia into be focus on your person. No be agigi ni nyoma, no be ambonable, no be anye on adwuma person. That's the real deal. Now, there is even more to this Conor Gallagher detail, but there is breaking news. Chelsea are closing in on a front shirt sponsorship deal. Makacho, they are doing everything humanly possible to make sure that they get all the money that they get to run their club. And when they went to Saudi Arabia, that they didn't get enough money, they have gone to China. And there's a Chinese company that does car tires in there. Chelsea have contacted them. They are looking between the range of 40 to about 50 million pounds at front as a front shirt sponsorship deal with this company. Chinese front shirt, Chinese tire making company, car tire making company, and talks not a very very far and advanced in there. The type of sponsorship shirt deal, it can be the shirt, front shirt, sleeve, global sponsor. Nothing has been confirmed in there. Suspicions are mimicking China say the two many operating Chinese manufacturers, Ceylon Group Co Limited, any Linglong Group Limited, Chinese brands such as Ceylon Tire, any Linglong Tire have had history partnership with European clubs like Valencia, FC Longstadt, Juventus, and Wolfsburg. Either Linglong and as a Ceylon, Chelsea are looking to do a deal with one of these companies as a front shirt sponsor. A certain said this company, NASZ Rubber, which is the largest Chinese tire manufacturing company with revenue with 6 brands. ZC Rubber signed 3.5 deal global sponsorship with Arsenal at the end of 2023. On 1 year deals with Arsenal already. It will be the first such partnership at the end of 40 million partnership between Chelsea brand and Yokohama Tire, which was the front shirt of Chelsea 2015 to 2020. Yokohama then sponsors Chelsea also as a global partner in a 2-year separate deal. Chelsea are looking to finalize this deal. Okay, that's exactly what Chelsea for a year with front shirt sponsorship deal now. But so in 10. They want to finish these things, get a front shirt sponsor before the season starts. Mind you, the season is starting in about 16 to 15 days or so. Then the season is going to start for Chelsea Football Club, and you need to get everything over and done. Tomorrow there's that big game against Manchester City. We'll do the pre-match analysis for you. Also stay with us. But then let's go into that Conor Gallagher conversation that I was telling you about. Conor wants to protect his interests. On the side of Conor Gallagher, see, Conor's agency, they are smart. They know that they have a chance to let Conor Gallagher go for free. They will get more money in agency fees. They will get more money in player salary. They know that they can get a chance. And Conor is not at a disadvantage. He's a young player. He has proven himself. He's 50 million now. Quarter. If he's going to any club, he can negotiate about 16 million, 15 million salary. Get extra 5 million agency fee for the agent. And then they are sorted. So that's what they are trying to do as well. And like I said, he believes on about Chelsea. Certain dealers offered. He still loves the club. Chelsea I catch him say Conor so here Germany there. Then he should make sure he accepts. If he stays, he loves the club and he wants to stay, he should accept their deal. And then he has a chance in the next few years now. He's going to better things and then move on to be a mainstay of Chelsea Football Club. The Conor Gallagher conversation just keeps on going on and on in there. Yesterday, a branch of friend of Moise Caicedo returned to full team training for Chelsea Football Club together with a branch of your friend of Nicolas Jackson. Nicolas Jackson had the AFCON in a slight injury, so he was injured in preseason. And then again, a branch of friend Moise Caicedo went away to Ecuador, got a slight injury as well, and then he had returned to Chelsea. And Chelsea are trying to get all of them fit, and both of them return to full season training in the Chelsea Football Club. And you can see pictures of our branch here, friend Moise Caicedo and Nicolas Jackson, all fit in there, getting everything done in there. Everything is going to be a good one for our branch here, your friend of Nicolas Jackson, our branch here, your friend of Moise Caicedo in there. So our branch here, friend Philippe Jean-Gensen has spoken about the distribution ability that everybody's talking about from the back. I was saying in Spain, we always try to build from the back and try to play with a goalkeeper. So I would say I'm pretty confident with that. Now, obviously, I have some knowledge of how the manager wants to play, but the move has been very quick. I've seen some videos. I train on Tuesday, and I'm looking forward to getting to know the style of play even better. And that's for Abrantia, your friend of Philippe Jorgensen. He has spoken about a competition between any Abrantia, your friend of Robert Sanchez, and this is what he says. He says competition is good. I came here to compete with him, Sanchez, and then of course the one who is chosen by the manager. I'll try to do my best every day, gets better. Then at the end of the day, it's the manager that will decide. Everyone has welcomed me very well here. To be honest, Robert as well. He seemed to be a very good guy, a good trainer, and I think we will compete well, a healthy competition, and we'll have a good competition. So, and that's the boy, that a friend of Robert, Philippe Jorgensen, Chelsea goalkeeper, Uncle Fanafi, Villarreal. But mind you, he was in the Villarreal Academy with a branch of Nicolas Jackson, so he knows Nico. They've been friends for a very long time in the Honham as well. And see, I want to say this thing. If you're a Chelsea fan, don't look at this Conor Gallagher conversation with any victim or any corporate lens. Nobody is suffering. Everybody wants to be smart. Everybody wants to get ahead of the other. Everybody wants to make sure that at the end of the day their interest is being protected. Inti, don't cry for anybody, the club or the player. And Sumo, they are doing their stuff very well. They are trying to make sure that everybody positions themselves in a way so that both of them are winning in a sense. So it is very, very important that one. And yes, I want to tell Ghana, but to truly believe that he wouldn't be a threat other players in a way that I talked as if Conor Gallagher push come to shove, then I've got news for you. Quality of the player is irrelevant when assessing moral decisions in there. So I think Conor Gallagher is a top player in there. I mean, like I said, every day, just ignore the briefs. Agents will do their briefs, players will do their briefs, but it isn't about briefs from any of them. Just get the analyst. Let us explain the stuff for you. Let us get into detail, which is a very, very important stuff every time. Every time we do that here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, because it's imperative that we go through all of those conversations anytime we are having all of those footballing conversations in there. So we are going to get into it. We are going to do all the details, all the conversations for you. Manchester United are still pushing for Nazraoui as part of their team, God willing. And of course, the boy that is called Delete. Both of them, they have agreements with both of them. They've agreed personalities with both of them. The only issue is with Bayern. They are waiting. They want to do a sale, and the sale either be Scott McTominay or Aaron Wan-Bissaka. After they do these sales, definitely they can push for these deals to be done. Atletico are still waiting for Conor Gallagher in the background. They want to get him in. They believe he's an important player for them. They want to push him. They want to have him in their team. And Conor Gallagher will assess his options as it stands now. Manchester United still waiting for Nazraoui in there in terms of whatever he gives them in that quality over there. Like you already know the story of Abrantia, your friend Nico Williams to Barcelona, still in and around the corner. Barca are still waiting. Nico Williams hasn't given them anything official. He will return from his holidays very, very soon. When he comes, definitely he is going to give Barca something, but it doesn't look as if say Abrantia for Nico Williams will join FC Barcelona. It looks as if he's going to still stay at Athletic Bilbao. And once that is confirmed, Barca will go full throttle on Dani Olmo, and then they are going to get their job done in there to make sure that the boy is going to come in there. Chelsea, I'm sure by now you've heard, say Newcastle United wanted McGee. They wanted McGee. Crystal Palace value him at 60 million. In that case, Chelsea maybe receiving 12 million because Chelsea has a 20% sell on from the deal of Abrantia Freno. Not McGee, actually, not McGee, the new Chelsea player. McGee, in there, they want that money. 20% sell on clause is in his one. And I've loved the training pictures now who from Chelsea, Enzo Fernandez, any Enzo Maresca, and all the players having a good time in training. Everybody having an excellent time training very hard, and people have spoken very highly of Enzo Maresca training sessions. Everything seems to be going on there, and everything. We'll have a lot of those discussions in there. We'll discuss everything that goes on in there. Last season, the best pass completion rate among outfield players in the English Premier League over the past 2 seasons with 200 attempts. Rodri had 77.9% pass completion. Enzo Fernandez has 71.6, Moise Caicedo 70.0. Chelsea have a huge midfield in their hearts, and they want to make sure that they tear things apart in there. Of course, we'll bring you all the updates that you need on Philip Jones' side for Chelsea on Tuesday. Train the same afternoon. Face the Club America on Wednesday. Spoke to him. Good English. Said he came here to compete with Robert Sanchez, which is very, very important in there as Chelsea are building their team. I think that this is where we'll draw the curtain here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And subscribe to the channel, do so, turn on notification, and then make sure that you share the link as well. Let us have a conversation here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I want to hear from you in the comment section. Until then,